Welcome to the Smart Marks Podcast, your weekly look into all things professional wrestling. No matter if it happens in a squared circle, an Aztec temple, or a six-sided ring. Here to lay the smackdown on your ear holes are your hosts, the Smart Marks, Matt Salgado and Jeremy.
All right, Marks. Welcome back to another episode of the Smart Marks Podcast, episode number 162. I am here, not with Matt, but I have a special guest this week. Matt was a little indisposed. I have my son, Jordan.
Hey, guys.
Yeah, you're eager, aren't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought it would be a good opportunity. Matt and I have talked about it numerous times about bringing my son on here and, talking to him about wrestling a little bit. He did watch the pay-per-view with me, watch some TLC with me, so this is my co-host for the week.
And I'm really excited.
Are you? You're excited to be on here?
Yeah.
Yeah? How old are you, bud?
11.
11?
Yeah.
How long have you been watching wrestling?
I really don't.
Since you were 5.
Really?
Yep. I took you 2011. I took you to a WWE live event, and that's where you dressed up as CM Punk. And that was your first WWE live event at 5.
Cool. That was a long time ago.
It was. That was 5 years ago. 6 years, almost. Your sister's 5. You think it's almost time for us to take her?
Yeah. Yeah,
we're going to have to do that too. So let's jump right into it. We mentioned it. We talked about TLC this week. Let's go through the rundown. I'm going to go through the winners and losers from this pay-per-view. The Hype Bros, American Alpha and Apollo Crews defeated the Ascension Vaudevillains and Curt Hawkins in our opening match. And that was our pre-show, our kickoff show. Randy Orton and Bray Wyatt defeat Rhino and Heath Slater to gain the WWE SmackDown Tag Team Championship. Nikki Bella defeats Carmella. The Miz defeats Dolph Ziggler to retain his IC title. Baron Corbin defeats Kalisto in a chairs match. And, The Miz and Dolph Ziggler were in a ladder match. But Baron Corbin defeats Kalisto in a chairs match. Alexa Bliss defeats Becky Lynch for the SmackDown Women's title in a a table match. And I'm just screwing up all over the place here. Where's Matt? God. We need to bring you on when Matt's here so things flow better, Jordan.
Yeah, some things need to change.
Oh, yeah? What needs to change?
Everything.
Whatever, weirdo. And AJ Styles defeats Dean Ambrose to retain his WWE World Championship. Start off the night was the Hype Bros and American Alpha with Apollo Crews taking on the Ascension Vaudevillains and Curt Hawkins. I got to see this match. I don't think you got to see this match, did you, bud?
Oh, which one is it?
The Hype Bros, American Alpha, and Apollo Crews versus the Ascension Vaudevillains and Curt Hawkins.
I don't think I've seen that one.
Yeah, that match was terrible. I mean, it was a space filler. It was extremely forgettable. This match was there just to be there. You know, there was a lot of better things we could be doing with American Alpha other than throwing them in a pre-show match like this. But it was there. Our next match of the night, I give that match a thumbs down. It's the first thumbs down I've given a match in a while. I did not enjoy that match. Randy Orton and Bray Wyatt defeat Rhino and Heath Slater to become the new tag team champions. That spot with Bray Wyatt doing the crab walk or the spider walk and Randy Orton slides in for the RKO was amazing. I dig the fact that these two are champions. I give this match a thumbs up. Jordan, did you enjoy that match?
Yes, I did.
Yeah, do you like the fact that Bray Wyatt and Randy Orton are champions now?
Yeah.
Yeah, so do I. And this was Bray Wyatt's first title. He never held a title in NXT. He never held a title in WWE. Now this is his first title within the company, and that's awesome. His character never necessarily needed titles, but he's now, it's the time has come, and I like what they're doing with him and Randy Orton. I love that, we all expect Randy Orton to turn on him. At Survivor Series didn't happen.
Congratulations, Bray.
There you go. We could have seen Randy Orton turn on him this time around and screw him out of the titles. No, didn't happen. I'm digging it. It's good. Now, Nikki Bella defeats Carmella in a snoozer of a match. This match was okay up until the finish, with the fire extinguisher. It was really disjointed, really terrible way to end a match. I didn't enjoy it. Did you watch this match, bud?
I did, and it was good, but until the fire extinguisher, yeah, it was...
It was kind of dumb, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah. And see, even when a true mark tells you it's dumb. Come on, guys. The Miz defeats Dolph Ziggler to retain his Intercontinental Championship. I was I was picking Ziggler, and Matt talked me into the Miz. And you know what? The Miz is just killing it as a heel. Every one of you that are watching this, or watching these pay-per-views and listening to this, is just pissed off that the Miz won. He's doing his job. He's killing it as a heel champion. The title is always better on a bad guy, and it always pisses off the fans even more when it's on a bad guy. You wanted Ziggler to win, didn't you, bud?
Yeah, and what I mainly hate about The Miz is that sometimes there are wrestlers that just don't appreciate their fans. And they just like, hey, all you shut up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's how The Miz is, huh?
Yeah.
Yep, The Miz hates his fans. And he doesn't need them, in his opinion, okay? He doesn't pander to them. Baron Corbin defeats Kalisto in a chairs match. This match wasn't bad. It was actually much better than I expected from Baron Corbin and Kalisto. I really enjoyed this match. There were some great spots. It was a little disjointed here and there to get to some amazing spots, but I really liked this match. This match definitely gets a thumbs up.
Especially when Kalisto is doing all those stunts off the chairs.
Remember he came off that top rope?
Yeah.
And he landed on Corbin's chest and put Corbin through 6 chairs?
Yeah, it was amazing.
They had to know Corbin was probably going to be the one going through those chairs when he set up 6 of them, because you could probably honestly put Kalisto through 2. Alexa Bliss defeats Becky Lynch in a tables match to become the women's champion.
Well, that was... What is... Hang on, let me try to remember.
Let's get it out of here. I know you don't really watch the women's matches much.
True.
You're an 11-year-old boy. You should be watching them.
I will.
I'm just kidding.
Okay.
Anyways, Alexa Bliss, man, they killed it. This was one of my favorite matches of the night. There was some spots again, like there were some clunky spots this whole pay-per-view, but it wasn't bad. The finish of this match was awesome. Matt weeks ago predicting Alexa Bliss to win this title. We both picked Alexa Bliss to win this, so congratulations to Alexa Bliss. This is definitely, in my opinion, a championship well earned. She definitely deserves it. I've been a fan of Alexa Bliss since she was the fairy, the sparkle. You know, she would come out with the glitter and stuff in NXT. She goes out there, she works her ass off. I'm legit excited for Alexa Bliss. Dean Ambrose loses to AJ Styles. AJ Styles retains his championship after James Ellsworth shoves Dean Ambrose off the ladder through a couple tables.
Did he get confused? Like, it was insane.
So he wanted, what he said on SmackDown, Jordan, is that he wants to go up against AJ because he knows he has AJ's number. He's beat AJ twice.
Yes.
He knows he could beat AJ, and he has a title shot coming up. So he did it not necessarily to screw over Dean, but to make sure AJ wins because he's beat AJ twice.
Yeah.
Little did he, I mean, this is all going to the guy's head because let's think about the fact that he's beat AJ twice with the help of Dean Ambrose.
Yeah.
So you just screwed over the guy who's helped you beat AJ. How do you expect to beat AJ?
Well, for starters, if you don't want your friend to beat AJ, how about not be the referee like last time?
Right. So I urge everybody listening, go back and rewatch this match. Because watching this match, of course, we all got caught up in laughing at AJ Styles because he tore his pants. And he hurt himself. I mean, the guy was bleeding from his butt for a little while. And we were all laughing, we were all tweeting during it. If you haven't rewatched the match, rewatch the match because it was a hell of a match. It was one of the best TLC matches I've seen in a long time. Dean Ambrose and AJ Styles went out there. I mean, they put it all out on the line. They put their bodies out on the line. They did some crazy things that I love that match. That match was amazing. That match is a thumbs up. If we were still giving it, that match got an 8+. If we're still going with those ratings, it was a great match. AJ Styles came out on SmackDown Tuesday night in a walking boot. It was originally thought that AJ Styles had just tweaked his ankle, and we found out it was a little more serious. They've actually canceled some shows in Tyler, Texas that he was supposed to be at, but I'm sure it's not too serious. It's going to keep him away. So that's it for SmackDown until we get to the Royal Rumble. So we've got quite a bit of a lull. You know, we've got some title matches that we'll probably see play out on SmackDown, you know, in the near future. But our next event is Roadblock, end of the line in a couple weeks. And our Raw this week, was 100% all about setting up Roadblock. So let me get into our show notes. We've definitely had some things happen on Raw this week. Rollins starts the show and calls out Triple H.
Really?
Yeah, you didn't get to see any of that?
I don't think so.
I didn't know if you were doing homework, if you were in the room with me or not when I started that, but Rollins calls out Triple H. He goes straight out there and says that it's been brewing for a while. He sent the pedigree. He did the pedigree to Jericho on the hood of the car, or on the roof of the car last week, as a clear-cut message to Triple H, and that he wants Triple H. And this is a match that I don't know if we're going to get this at the Royal Rumble or if this is going to be WrestleMania.
Oh, wait. It's coming back to me.
You remember this now?
Yes, I do.
Yeah, so this is going to happen soon. So I'm excited for that. We ended up getting Rollins and Big Show chokeslamming Kevin Owens. Owens defeats Zayn later on in the night. Swan defeats Perkins. Bayley defeats Foxy in a terrible, terrible angle. They ended up in a match because Bayley gives Cedric Alexander a Bayley bear in the back, and Alicia Fox was upset about that because she has a crush on him or whatever. Guys, I just blasted TNA last week for going back to these high school gimmick angles. Like, this is what we're going to. And it's funny because I don't know if it's a double standard or what I'm doing because we blast that, but then all night long we have Enzo drooling over Lana and going to her hotel room and some classic. I mean, that really got back to some Attitude Era feel, like storylines, and maybe even some Ruthless Aggression Era storylines. But we ended up with Enzo getting tricked into going to Lana's hotel room and then getting the hell beat out of him by Rusev.
I think he just went to the hospital because Rusev was using lamps and the couch.
They threw him out in the hallway and left him out there, so you could have ended up at the hospital, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was. I mean, I don't know what we're setting up with them because he's in a tag team. I don't know if we're going to get a one-on-one or if Rusev has a tag partner or really what the heck we're doing. But I don't know. I guess time will tell. Titus O'Neil puts on his Don King mask and goes out there and promotes the Tussle in Texas versus Mark Henry. And if you blinked, you missed it. Mark Henry wins with the World's Strongest Slam in a minute and a half, I think. A minute 45. Reigns retains his title against Chris Jericho after Owens super kicks Reigns without the ref seeing, and then inadvertently distracts Jericho, bits Jericho off. Looks like we're somehow getting the end, unless this is all some sort of setup. New Day is set to defend their title next week against The Club and Sheamus and Cesaro, so that's going to be a hell of a match. And we got it announced. We got the challenge thrown down before Charlotte made it to the ring. But we got it announced that we're going to get an Iron Woman match at the Royal Rumble, at Roadblock, between a 30-minute Iron Woman match between Charlotte and Sasha Banks. And our own Tom Quiet called it early on, and he actually called it for Rumble. But we're getting it a little early. I'll take it. Sasha Banks has proven what she can do in Iron Woman matches against Bayley. Guys, if you haven't seen the Iron Woman match between Bayley and Sasha Banks, go to the WWE Network now, find it, download it, whatever, stream it, commit it to memory. Both of those matches were amazing. That second match, watching Izzy in tears, and Izzy was at TLC. They cut to Izzy and her family in the stands. If you don't know who Izzy is, she's Bayley's biggest fan. We got a couple of reports from Austin this week. There's Matt and I are both part of the New Mexico Wrestling Fans group on Facebook, and one of the members of the New Mexico Wrestling group was at the event. Abraham Sanchez, if you're listening, shout outs to you, sir, for providing this for us. But they were at the event in Austin, and that arena was not nearly as full as it seemed. He was sending pictures and letting us know that they tarped off multiple sections and moved everybody off from behind the camera and put them all in front of hard camera to make the arena look packed. Some real old school Nitro days. And there's a picture circling around of it showing that fans were leaving during a match with the Wyatts. It was the Wyatt family versus American Alpha and Dolph Ziggler. And it's clearly a match after 205 Live that took place as a dark match. But that arena was apparently not quite as full as it seemed. We might have an opportunity. Matt and I may be going, and I guess we'll take Jordan along with us too.
Hey.
WWE is coming to Hobbs, New Mexico, which is only about 2 hours from where Matt and I live. So And that's going to be in January. We might be looking into going to that. We were looking into going to the Rumble. I don't know how that's going to go down. I did get some Impact watch. Jordan, you don't watch much Impact with me, do you?
Not really.
Why not? Do you not like it?
Well, it's just that there is some other stuff that me and Savannah like to watch together, and I also have some homework to do.
So you have too much on your plate, you're saying, huh?
Kind of.
All right, so Impact, Moose defeated Aaron Rex to open this in 1:45 in an open challenge for the Impact Grand Championship. So Moose is now your Impact Grand Champion. Big congratulations to Moose. That is the way that match should have played out. You know, Aaron Rex going out there cocky, calling someone out. Moose answering. Moose is, dominant wrestler. To have him come out there and destroy Aaron Rex the way he did makes total sense. We've gotten most of these matches, and I think I even complained to Matt about it, that most of these Grand Championship matches have been going the distance. That they've been going the 3 rounds, they've been taking forever. They just have been kind of lackluster. But this, you know, if you're trying to get the image out there that this is an MMA style match and that you're pushing for anything can happen, this match really sealed the deal. You know, this brought me back in. It sold me on it. We ended up with last week. Broken Matt Hardy got his memory back when he got struck by lightning by the 7 deities. This week, Jeff shows up and returns to the Impact Zone with both the titles. Lays down the challenge against the DCC. Says they'll defend their titles that night. They end up Matt Hardy. DCC's music starts. Everyone's confused. Lights go out. Matt Hardy's in the ring. They take out the DCC. We end up with the championship match later in the night, and Broken Matt Hardy and Jeff end up retaining their titles. And I don't know if anybody saw it, but on Ring of Honor Final Battle, the Young Bucks defeated the Briscoes to retain their Ring of Honor Tag Championships. And as soon as they win, Matt Hardy sends out a message. I'm going to see if I can pull up that message. But he had a message for the Bucks of Youth, if you will. I know I've got it in here somewhere. I'm going to stall for dead air time. Jordan, do you like the whole Matt Hardy character? I know you watched some of it with me.
I think so. Sometimes I have a bad memory. You know that.
Matt Hardy, you know, Brother Nero.
Oh, yeah, that guy.
I knew you'd come.
Yeah, I remember that guy.
Yeah? You like it? You think it's funny?
Yeah.
My wife hates it. Your mom hates it, Jordan. It is her least favorite wrestling character ever.
Well, the one thing I like about it is that his weird accent.
You like his weird accent?
Yeah.
Alright, so I got the audio here. I'm going to play this for you. Here we go.
Let's do it.
Yes! I must admit, it's quite delightful to partake in the honorable ring once again. And I must also admit, Bucks of Youth, Dim Boys, that was quite the intoxicating matchup you just participated in. I don't know if you've known this, but myself and Brother Nero have been mandated to prove we are the greatest tag team in all of time and all of space. And if that means we must come to ROH and render you ramshackle rednecks and you spot monkeys obsolete, then we will. But be warned, Bucks of Youth, if myself and Brother Nero come to the honorable ring, we will delete your tag team title reign. Delete, 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 delete.
So, Broken Matt Hardy laying down the challenge for the Bucks of Youth, or Young Bucks, as they're better known, or Dim Boys, also known as the Briscoe Brothers. And they're talking about coming to Ring of Honor. Matt Hardy's making his Ring of Honor return to challenge both the Bucks of Youth and Dim Boys. Like, what an amazing match to know that we have. And Jeff Hardy's coming with him. We're going to see Jeff Hardy in a Ring of Honor ring. And this is amazing. This is amazing. And I had it sitting. I didn't get any questions for the week, but I did get a comment that I wanted to read on here. TJ sent in a message and stated that he's predicting, he's calling it, at WrestleMania 33, Broken Matt Hardy and Jeff Hardy will delete the title reign of the New Day. And they've issued challenges to the New Day in the past, but it hasn't happened. this would make sense in my opinion. You know, I know it's far-fetched, I know it's out there, but the Hardys, their contracts are up this spring, and really the end game of Matt Hardy's gimmick would be to show up and to challenge Meek Mayhem and the Titan Wrestling. This would be amazing. Like, and you could even, TJ even said you could make an argument that him showing up on Ring of Honor is planting the seeds for this to happen, because it's showing that he's challenging him and Jeff still consider themselves the greatest tag teams in all of space and time, and them showing up like this and challenging Ring of Honor wrestlers could lead to them showing up in WWE and challenging the New Day. I think that's amazing. I think it could happen. I almost, before he text messaged me this, would have predicted the New Day losing their title next week. Because here's the thing. Here's the stakes that are on the line. If the New Day holds their title until midnight on Monday night, they will have tied Demolition for the longest reigning tag team champions in WWE ever.
This will be a new world record.
You think the New Day are going to hold their titles next week?
Yes, I do.
I think that's stiff competition. They're going up against Cesaro and Sheamus and the Club in a triple threat tag team match.
Anything can happen.
Yeah, you're absolutely right, bud. Anything can happen. I don't know, man. Like, I could see, whoever, if that happens, if someone loses next week, say the Club beat the New Day, that's a big claim for them, that they stopped them from becoming the longest reigning champions ever. But the New Day is so over right now, and they've shown that they'll do anything to win this. Granted, it is a triple threat tag team match. It's still a numbers game. They still have a third member on the outside to help them out. I could see them holding on to this, and could see them moving forward as champions and breaking that record set by Demolition. And if TJ's right, if they hold on until Mania, how amazing would it be? Like, just fantasy booking alone. We talk about fantasy warfare, and we talk about Brock Lesnar and Goldberg being our fantasy warfare. What if we got Matt and Jeff versus the New Day as broken Matt Hardy and broken Jeff Hardy? Like, that would be so good. And that's their characters. I could see them bringing those characters to WWE. It would be great. Talk to me about Brock Lesnar and Goldberg.
Well, their match was so quick and yet awesome. Like, some of us were expecting like a longer match and more impact, but either way, it was a good match.
It was fun, huh?
Yeah.
Who do you like more right now?
Goldberg, of course.
Goldberg. Who's your favorite wrestler?
Are you really? This again?
Yeah, who's your favorite?
Okay, let me think. I am thinking the New Day.
You like the New Day?
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you have you eat your Bootios?
Yeah.
You have a Bootios t-shirt.
Yes, I do.
Awesome. And we've actually seen the New Day live. We got to see them last time. You and me and Matt went and watched WWE.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. New Day is actually really fun live. And we caught them like right after they had formed. It was really cool. So they weren't quite as over the top as they are now, but it was great. We ended up with a new Knockouts champion. As the main event of Impact kicked off, we ended up with Jade taking on Rosemary in a 6 Sides of Steel match for the vacated Knockouts Championship, and just an over-the-top battle with these two ladies. I think Jade was the hands-down favorite to win this match, and we all expected Jade to be the one to come out and win. And we got a little bit of a twist with Rosemary taking the titles back to Decay, man. Like, it was such a great match. Like, this is probably one of the best Knockouts matches I've seen in TNA. It was great. I loved every bit of it. If you guys haven't watched it, go back, watch this, give it some time. It's great. It was a great match. Impact was actually really good last week. We got to see EC3 come out and poke some fun at the expense of Eli Drake. And Drake now, since he lost his match a couple weeks ago with EC3, cannot talk for the rest of the year. So EC3 is coming out, just making fun of them in the back. I'm looking forward to EC3's title shot against Eddie Edwards. It's going to be great. There's a lot of great wrestling on the horizon before this year's over, folks. We're really seeing Roadblock take shape. We're seeing a lot of stuff announced for that. That's going to be awesome. There's just a lot of stuff going on and coming up. Well, we've got John Cena showing up on SNL. He's the host of SNL this week, so make sure you guys tune into that. 205 Live, make sure you guys are watching that. There's a lot of stuff going on with that. We ended up with another title defense from Rich Swann this week. It's still really weird to me that they're filming this after SmackDown. That crowd's got to be so worn out by the time they start that. It's just a really weird spot. During the filming of this, they are showing Samoa Joe losing his title to Shinsuke Nakamura from the Osaka, Japan show that happened earlier in the week. I know you saw it. We talked to you about it a little bit, Jordan. What do you think about Shinsuke Nakamura taking his title back?
That would be a good opportunity for Shinsuke, and I would love to see that.
He won. It's on right now on NXT. Right now, as we speak, as we're recording this, they're showing the Osaka, Japan match between Shinsuke Nakamura and Samoa Joe.
Yeah, sorry guys, I've been having a bad memory.
Nah, lately. You're good. You have a great memory. Don't say you have a bad memory. And I think we talked about it before you went to school the other morning, so that might be why you forget it before you went to Grandma's. Because we woke up to, this happened in Japan overnight, and we woke up to it the next morning to find out that Shinsuke Nakamura won his title back from Samoa Joe. So that match is on right now. We get to see that as soon as we wrap up with the show. We're going to wrap up a little early, guys. This is going to be a short show since there is no Matt. Matt will be back with us next week. He had some family issues going on, so we wanted to make sure that as he is a new dad, that we gave him the time that he needs, with his family. Didn't want to leave you guys without a show, seeing how this was a wrap-up show. We're going to be back, I believe. Is it next week? We've got another preview show. I know we've got another one right around the corner with Roadblock. And then we're going to have a little bit of a lull before the Royal Rumble. We'll have a hell of a setup. Jordan, if you could have any wrestler show up in the Royal Rumble, any wrestler at all, who would it be? And not someone who's already in WWE, someone you've seen before that you haven't seen in a while. If you wanted to bring somebody back, who would it be?
Let me think. It's been a while. The Boogeyman.
The Boogeyman?
No, not him. I was going to say the Boogeyman, not Chance.
Okay.
Let me think.
Would you like to see The Undertaker show up in the Royal Rumble?
Yeah, but what if SmackDown wanted Undertaker?
That's fine. The Royal Rumble is both SmackDown and Raw wrestlers. Yes, sir.
I got confused from both of them.
No, you're good.
It would be Undertaker or The Rock.
The Rock? You like to see The Rock come back in the Royal Rumble?
Yeah, especially like last time in WrestleMania when he came with that flamethrower.
I remember that when he came out and he lit his own name on fire.
Yeah.
So if you could put The Rock in a match against anybody on the roster, anybody wrestling right now, who would you like to see him wrestle?
I would love him to face against Rusev.
Rusev? You think The Rock and Rusev?
Yeah.
Okay, I'd be okay with that. What about Undertaker? If you could put him against anybody from SmackDown, who would it be?
It would have to be... I'm thinking. It would have to be...
The Miz.
Randy Orton.
Randy Orton?
Yeah.
It's happened before. I'll show you on the network.
I hope
The Legend Killer. Yep, we'll watch that. Right now, who has a better chance of winning the Royal Rumble, Brock Lesnar or Goldberg?
Goldberg.
You think Goldberg would win the Royal Rumble?
Yes.
That means Goldberg would get a title shot at WrestleMania if he wins. Is that what you want to see?
Yes.
It's coming from a kid who's never seen Goldberg wrestle before. You like this guy.
Yeah.
Goldberg is awesome. All right, guys. Remember, guys, you can send your questions by following us on Twitter at smart_marks. You're more than welcome to follow us both on Twitter. I'm at jvader82. Matt's at Mateo83. Search for the Smart Marks fan page and like it on Facebook. There you can interact with us and other fans of the show. Show us your favorite memes, send questions, go crazy. Also look for us on Tumblr. Guys, you can also find us on provengamer.com, where you can find a wealth of other shows such as Whatever Talk, Remember the Loot, and Trophy Whores. If you are a big video game fan, make sure you follow them. They're also on Facebook. You can also go on, and if you're buying anything on Amazon, do us a favor. Go find us on provengamer.com, find the Smart Marks, and click the Amazon link there. There's nothing extra you have to do other than following that link. A little bit of money comes back to the show and helps support us, helps us keep the lights on, helps us make sure we get better podcast equipment, and hell, maybe one day even get some special guests in here.
And if you're another gaming fan, you could also watch Up, Up, Down, Down.
Yeah, look at you. Plugging Xavier Woods. I just turned him on to Up, Up, Down, Down. Also, like I said before, follow us on Tumblr. If you don't use any of the above and avoid social media altogether, you can still make sure you email us your questions to smartmarks at smartmarksquestions@gmail.com. That's smartmarksquestions@gmail.com. Jordan, what's that email?
Alright.
smartmarksquestions@gmail.com. Get on it, kid. Remember, you can stream or download the show via iTunes, Stitcher, Google Play. You can watch it on or listen to it on provengamer.com. Thanks for tuning in and downloading, peeps. Make sure you click that 5-star button, like and follow us. I'm Jeremy. Sitting across from me is Jordan. Across town from me is Matt. Send him your well wishes. We are the Smart Marks, guys. We'll see you next time.
See ya.